Let's start with the course. A course name will be Java Programming. We'll be having both lab sessions as well as lectures. So the prerequisite given for this subject is object-oriented programming. So last semester you have learned what is C++. That was, you can say, partial object-oriented. Whereas we'll be seeing Java in terms of purely object-oriented. So it will be a total object-oriented platform where we'll be learning as in new programming language called as Java. So there are two textbooks and you can say one reference book, which is very good, named by Java the Complete Reference, whose author is Herbert Shield. So you can have this PDF freely available. As and when your Moodle accounts are created, new course is created for Java programming. I'll be sharing the course contents for these textbooks on the Moodle accounts so that you can easily have those textbooks. If you are going to download it, download the latest versions of these textbooks, which would be beneficial for you to study through this course. And going through this course, we'll be having 6 different modules, wherein first 5 modules will be more over focused on Java programming, and the last module will be introduced to Android. Right, basically when you start for Android programming, that will be a part of your, you can say, mobile, wherein you'll be using Java techniques or the programming skills required to build up an Android app. So we have an introduction to different components, different you can say emulators, right? How to create an app, how to deploy it on the Google Play. So all these components will be cleared up in the last module. So we have different concepts. First, we'll be covering the basic fundamentals of Java. Then we'll be having inheritance and package. Then we'll be seeing what are exceptions and input output with different stream classes here. Then we'll see event handling, AWT and Swing. Here we'll be having graphical user interface using Java. So till now you have not created any user interface, right? You do not have created any labels, text box, buttons, right? Check boxes, right? So in that sense, that is nothing but the part of AWT and Swing, right? So based on these components, you are going to handle different events. And the most important concept is multi-threading and networking, right? So you require database, socket programming, multi-threading. So all these will be covered in this module. And lastly, apart from the entire Java, as to be to have a flavor of the current market, as you see that Java is having 3 different editions. First will be the SE, Java SE. We call it as standard edition. Second, we have as Java EE, that is the enterprise edition. And thirdly, we have Java ME. We call it as micro edition or mobile edition. So with respect to that, you'll be building your apps with related to Java SE as well as Java ME. Right. So EE stands for enterprise edition. You'll be seeing those when you study web technology. Right. So those are at enterprise level. Okay, let's move on to our first module. Let me introduce first myself. Myself, Professor Tehseen Mullah. I'm having a teaching experience of total 10 years. I've completed my post-graduation in computer science and engineering. And from last 10 years, I'm being involved in different programming subjects such as C, Java, Android, machine learning, Java, etc., etc. Yeah, so you may note down this or take a snapshot of this screen that you'll be needing these books, right? So K. Hausman's both volumes 1 and volume 2. And this was a reference book in your syllabus, but this is the most important book. We will be studying the entire Java, right, from the scratch. So Herbert Shield, the complete reference, you need to have it. Let's see the module overview, what we are going to study through this entire module. We'll be seeing what is the structure of a Java program, how we can write a Java program, the different environment. There are different aspects where we rely on Java runtime environments. So we'll be seeing that entire Java programming runtime environment. Then we'll see a simple Java program, how to write it, just to see a hello world program by setting up the environment variables, the path of your Java program to be stored, and the different things. Then naming conventions, right? There's a good habit if you follow this naming conventions, as in you will be needing it for, you can say, uh, a good programming habit. Then we'll see what are objects and classes. Partially, you have been implemented these in C++. Now we'll see whatever you write as in code, everything will be written in a class, in a single entity, right? And there only the objects come into existence. So objects and classes are the very main important point in Java. And then we'll see what are constructors. Then we have some keywords as this, final, and static. And lastly, in this model, we'll be seeing what is garbage collection. Let's see something about Java before going for direct programming. There are some prerequisites where you need to have the Java setup, the Java environment. Most of them would be using the latest edition as Java 8 or Java 11. I prefer that you go for Java 7, which is the most stable version till now. So you won't have any package differences, any software dependencies. Your toolkit will be more stable for Java 7. You can use higher versions, but accordingly, when you go for event handling, multi-threading, and socket programming, and also for database programming, there might be some packages which are being advanced and which are not being used in the lower versions of Java. So you can go for an mid version, that is JDK 7. So basically we see that today while installing, there's a window that Oracle appears suddenly, right? But initially, to be a part of the history, Java was initially developed by Sun Microsystems, and later on Oracle took over the Java. So it was developed in the year 1995. Why 1995? Actually, it was in 1991. Initially, it was called as Oak, OAK. Later on, the team of Java and James Gosling decided to name it as Java. So in 1995, it was first official released for public use in 1995. So James Gosling, this is the, you can say, the father of Java language. He is the developer of the Java programming language. Along with it, his teammates, he was the main contributor to develop this programming language. Java is an open source, right? You can download it free of cost and run it on a machine. You'll see what are the different features, or you can see the advantages of using Java comparatively with C and C++. If you want to download Java on your machine, you can visit this website, www.java.com/en/download. You'll be seeing the latest version as well as the older versions. Which one you prefer, 8, 11, or 7? You install it on a machine.